Okay, let's take it back to 2006 to 2024 again. Where's my dog? Deputy Kennedy from Penobscot County. Where's all the paperwork that went missing? Why hasn't Jeff Noyce been put and set for trial yet? Why's my daughter Brianna missing? Why's Kayla Wright dead? Why's Jeff Noyce's wife dead and buried 5 days before a status conference? Why is it that there was a DUI by methamphetamines and my grandson still lives with the predator? And I call him a pedophile. He was having sex with girls age 12 and 13? The same girls that ex-chief of police from Vermont, Jeff Noyce, current bail commissioner for New Hampshire Department of Justice. That's right. If you go to court in New Hampshire, if you have Jeff Noyce being your bail commissioner, you damn sure better be looking up on Google Jeff Noyes, ex-chief of police of Vermont, and you'll find he's still bail commissioner for the state of New Hampshire, transporting people from court to jail back and forth. Why is he able to do that when he's already admitted to having sex with underage girls in Northeast Kingdom, Vermont? Now, let me tell you something. November 4th of 2006, I entered Island Pond, Brighton Elementary School, and I hand-delivered a copy of a notice that I would be going to Florida 30 days after that for 3 nights, 4 days to find property and presume with the plans of moving my family to Florida from Vermont at the end of the school year 2007. Well, it seems to be Michael Knox, the former principal, the black principal, the only black person that was in Island Pond, Vermont at the time. And guess what? He's no longer there. He wanted $83,000 and they booted him out. He went to New Jersey and he was charged with raping a girl. But you know what? I had already told about how he abused me, how he was abusive and manipulative to his students, as well as my daughter, and to include another child, which was a male subject that got punched in the face by Michael Knox, former principal in Island Pond, Brighton Elementary School. And nothing ever got done about it. As a peace treaty, he brought a gun and gave it to the kid at my house. Oh, no, not acceptable. Is that Judy Castonguay? So everybody in the state of Vermont is very well aware of that. TJ Donovan, he already jumped ship. Phil Scott's very well aware of it. Peter Welch was very well aware of it. Patrick Leahy. But you know what? Ex-Chief of Police Jeff Noyce, Jeff Hare, and Patrick Leahy, they're all best friends. They've been friends for over 26 years. Isn't that right, Jeff Noyce? And Vincent Aluzzi, too. Vincent Aluzzi, the state's attorney that's been many times and many years, been frivolously and maliciously coming after people, innocent people, ruining lives, destroying families, and getting away with it. He's been sanctioned, but never removed. That's fucking pity for you, and really ignorant of all of you to allow such a situation to continue. All the sex trafficking, underage sex trafficking, drugs, and alcohol being used by minors, it's not coming from them. Who's distributing it? The police and the politicians, the ones that are covering it, because there's 7 entities that cover, like the FBI, the CIA, the game wardens, the state police, the county police, the constables, the sheriff's departments, and the city police, as well as the mandated reporters for the town, because I know I've got copies and records of the statements notarized and the logs of all of the history where I have called and I have filed paperwork in federal courts that went disarray and disappeared. Isn't that why they got listed as dismissed cases? So again, here it is, June 7th, 2024, and there's another call in, missing person endangered. My daughter, Brianna, is again not heard from after being lured from Wareham, Massachusetts. On the day that there was a walkathon for the homeless in Wareham, Massachusetts, that was supposed to aid the homeless through an organization that's set up by the government called Turning Points. So with that being said, I suggest you all start paying attention to the fact that I told about the sex trafficking, I told about the drug trafficking, and I was swatted again after finding my daughter in Florida and on my way home with her. She ended up in Virginia because she was ill and didn't make the trip. She was supposed to be on a Greyhound, and that didn't happen. So eventually, when she did return, she disappeared again into the lost sights of the abusers. Isn't that right? Island Pond, Vermont, 109 Railroad Street. So Michael Hatton, with all those cameras inside, outside, and all around your buildings, can you tell why all the drugs are in and out? And why aren't you giving that information? Especially Vermont State Police about all the abuse. Daniel Lynch, Vermont State Police Derby Barracks. Sergeant Lynch, where are you at with that rape case? April 2023. My daughter held hostage and raped and told that she snitched on the government. That's a repeat of history. Why is Kayla Wright dead? Is it because she snitched on the government? Isn't that a repeat of history? Daniel Lynch, I want you to tell everybody. And don't you think Miss Maura Murray ought to be found? Don't you think Kim Morrow should be found? Don't you think Tina Static should be found? Don't you think it's time that the police get investigated and the attorney generals be investigated for hiding the information that I bring forward about all the police? And why was I pregnant? At the age of 18, I gave birth. Just a couple months after turning 18, that means I was pregnant underage. Was it by a police officer in Skowhegan, who is still a police officer for Skowhegan, Maine? Or was it by the dope boy who's still dealing and got his children hooked on marijuana and cocaine? So with that being said, I got a whole lot more, and you should be subscribing, watching, listening, and helping instead of sitting back and playing fucking video games. Have a great day. How's News for You, and also How's for Justice on YouTube. Thank you.